Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Intro to Computer Applications at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the PowerPoint Module 2 activities that I finished grading this morning. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for PowerPoint Module 3. And also remind you about the production exam for PowerPoint and the final exam that we have coming up here in a couple of weeks. All right, so the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading the PowerPoint Module 2 activities this morning. Overall, most of you did well on the assignments, and like I always tell you, I really appreciate the time and effort most of you are putting in, so keep up the good work on that. Just let me know if you have any questions about your grades for the PowerPoint Module 2 activities. Now, there were a few common formatting errors that I noticed on the assignments that I'd like to go over very quickly here. There were a few of you that had some problems positioning the pictures correctly and sizing the pictures correctly. Just always remember that you can use the sizing height and width boxes to verify the accuracy of your pictures, and then you can use the smart guides to verify that you have the pictures in the correct position on the slides. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Of course, you'll need to know that information for Module 3 that we have coming up here next week, and then you also need to use that information on the final exam, because there will be a PowerPoint component on the final exam as well. So if you're still kind of trying to learn how to properly size pictures on your slides and how to position them correctly, you probably need to practice that a little bit more if you're still having problems with that. And let me know if you have any questions that I can help you with, and I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. Okay. Another thing I noticed, some common errors were on the application of the transition effect. On this Module 2, it had you apply a transition effect to all the slides in each presentation that you did for your assignments. And some of you applied part of the transition effect on a lot of the assignments. You had to apply the transition effect itself and then apply a transition duration, and then also an effect like left, right, top, or bottom. You had to add an effect to the transition. And some of you did part of that, not the rest. Some of you applied the transition effect to just one slide. And that's something else I need to remind you of, and something I did include on the grading comments, was you have to remember that when you apply transition effect in PowerPoint, it only applies that transition effect to the slide that is that you have active at the time, that you're looking at in normal view on your in PowerPoint when you're looking at your presentation. So whatever the selected slide is the one that's going to apply the transition effect to. In order to apply the transition effect to all the slides in your presentation, you have to click the Apply to All button, which is right there on the same part of the ribbon as the other parts of the buttons for the transition effect. So just remember that you have to apply each part of the transition, the transition itself, the duration, the effect, and apply it to all your slides by clicking the Apply to All button. Okay? And of course, it's always a good idea after you apply transition effect, a transition effect to your slides, click on each slide and make sure that that transition effect has been applied. It's easy to verify that by just clicking on each slide and looking up on the ribbon to make sure that the proper transition effect has been added. All right, and so that was really the main thing, the main errors that I noticed on the assignments. Other than that, there were just some things that some of you just kind of skipped over some steps, some formatting steps, and so forth. But like I said, overall, most of you did well. There are just a few of you that probably need to get started a little bit earlier on your assignments, so that you're not trying to rush through and missing instructions and not able to have enough time to verify the accuracy of all the formatting that you've applied. Okay, so the more time you give yourself, the more the better the chance is that you're going to do well on the assignments, because you're going to have more time to go back and check the accuracy of various formatting steps that you've completed, and make sure that it's correct, and make any corrections that you need to before you have to turn it in. Okay, I think some of you just kind of ran out of time. Like I said, overall, most of you did well, so keep up the good work on that. If you have any questions about your grades for the PowerPoint Module 2 assignments, just let me know. Like I said, I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. All right, so that brings us to what we've got coming up due next. And this actually, this next set of activities is going to be our last set of module activities for this semester. So you'll notice we are on week 14 right now. We're kind of on the tail end of week 14 of the semester. And you'll notice we don't have anything due next week, but we do have work due early the following week, which is week 16. Okay, so right now we're on week 14. Next week we don't have anything due, but we do have work due, quite a bit of work due on week 16. Specifically for the PowerPoint Module 3 activities, those are due by Monday, April 29th. So you've got about a week and a half, basically, to work on these PowerPoint Module 3 activities. But like I said, don't wait until late next week or early the following week to get started. Go ahead and start on it now, and give yourself plenty of time. And one of the things I do need to caution you about is PowerPoint Module 3 is going to take quite a bit more time to complete than the other modules in PowerPoint. And that is because PowerPoint Module 3 kind of builds on what you've already learned in Modules 1 and 2 and goes into quite a bit more detail as far as formatting, some of the specialized tools excuse me, that can be used in PowerPoint. For example, in Module 3, one of the things you're going to learn how to do is how to add tables to a slide, how to add graphs to a slide, how to add videos and make that video play back automatically on the slide. So there's several things there. And also another thing that Module 3 is going to cover is it's going to show you how to add animation effects to various objects on your slides, both text objects and pictures. And so just kind of keep that in mind as well. There are going to be quite a few things that you probably haven't done in PowerPoint yet that will be covered on PowerPoint Module 3. So that's all the more reason to get started early. Don't wait until the last day or last couple of days, because you probably won't be able to get the assignments completed. All right. Let me go to PowerPoint Module 3 Assignment 1. And one of the things I need to caution you about is on PowerPoint Module 3, it's going to have you insert a video onto the slide or into the slide. And the way that resources are organized in Malzarka, it's going to show all the demonstration videos here first, and then towards the bottom, Actually, no, the video now, it used to display the video that you're having to insert into the presentation used to display below the demonstration videos. Now it's actually displayed above, so that's good. So what I was getting at is all of the data files that you need from the pictures that you're going to insert on the slides, to the video that you're going to insert. All of that's available under additional resources at the bottom of the page here. Okay, and another thing I need to point out is please make sure that you're reading the instructions on each assignment page in Miles Arca carefully. I noticed on the last set of assignments, there were a few of you that didn't bother reading the instructions where I explained that you needed to use different search terms to find one of the templates that it wanted you to use, and some of the other things that have been changed since the book was published. And so if there's anything like that has changed since the book was published, or any special information that I need to point out for the assignment, it's all in the instructions that I include on each assignment page in Miles Arca. So before you get started on anything in the textbook, you should always carefully read through all of the instructions that I provided on each assignment page in Miles Arca. It'll save yourself a lot of hassle and a lot of wasted time trying to figure out things that if you would just read the instructions, you would have that information. So it's not a huge deal, but it will make your life a lot easier just to read through the instructions, and then you'll have all the information that you need. If you do have questions as you're working through the assignments, remember the demonstration videos that I provided here. Those take you step by step through the creation of your slides and all the objects on the slides and how to format all those objects and so forth. So if you're having trouble working through the textbook itself, then that's when you should use those demonstration videos to help you out. All right. And then let's see. Also, if you have questions as you're working through Module 3, I would like you to use the discussion. Let me go back to activities here. I would like you to use the PowerPoint Module 3 help discussion here under week 16 to ask your questions. And that way, when I answer your questions on the discussion board there, other students that may have similar questions will be able to get their questions answered as well. So it just helps a lot when, instead of sending me a course mail with your question, if it pertains to a particular assignment, I'd rather you use that discussion, that help discussion there, so that it benefits everyone when I answer your questions. Okay. The other thing you'll notice, in addition to PowerPoint Module 3 activities, is you also have the PowerPoint production exam, which will be available from April 30th through May 2nd. Okay, so right after that Module 3 set of activities is due, you'll also take the production exam right after that. Okay, and then that's what's due during week 16. And then you'll notice our last week of the semester, week 17, is when we'll take our final exam. Okay, and I will send everyone more information, more specific information about the PowerPoint production exam and the final exam next week. So be looking for that. I'll send everybody information about both of those exams next week sometime. So that's really all I have for you for today. So enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. And I won't talk to you next week in a video, but it'll probably be the week after, since our work isn't due until the week after next. So So be working on those activities. Let me know if you have questions. And like I said, I'll see you next time. Thank you.